Alright, so if you're watching this, you have probably lost money trading. You've tried many ways to trade, you have watched tons of videos, and maybe even bought expensive courses. But you're still stuck. You're frustrated and not making money. You're not alone, because most people who try trading don't succeed. But what if I told you that the real reason isn't what you think? It's not about a secret trick or hidden bank algorithms. No, it's about something much deeper. Once you understand it, it'll completely change how you trade. Now, this isn't just another video. It's a guide that you have been looking for. This guide will show you how to stop losing money and build a real trading business that actually makes profit. Stay with me here because at the end of this video, you'll have a clear plan. A plan that'll make you think, yes, this is exactly what I need. So yeah, I know this feeling, this frustration, because I was there too. I lost a lot of money, $43,000 trying to figure out this trading thing. And I was making every mistake that you can imagine. My trading was full of excitement, fear, and quick choices. But then something changed for me. I learned that making money in trading isn't about guessing what the market will do next. No, it's about controlling yourself and having a clear plan. Now, this video isn't about a secret trading trick. No, it's about the main ideas that separates traders who consistently make money from most of the others that don't. So in this video, we'll look at the 3 biggest mistakes that is stopping you right now. I'll show you a simple change in thinking that helped me a lot. And then I'll give you a step-by-step plan to build trading up as a real business that actually makes you money month after month. Now, this is your chance to turn things around. This video will give you the clear ideas and tools that you finally need to succeed. Let's begin. So first, let's dive into the uncomfortable truth. Why do most traders fail? Well, it boils down to 3 critical mistakes. And I speak from painful personal experience on every single one of them. So understanding these isn't just theory, it's your path to profitability. Mistake number 1, trading to avoid pain, not to make smart decisions. Now, this is a big problem. Imagine that you just lost money in a trade. What do? Most people desperately wants to get that money back right away. Now, this isn't smart planning, it's just reacting to your feelings. You make trades because you're desperate, not because it's a good idea. You're desperate of the freedom, you're desperate of quitting your job, you're desperate of making the money back that you lost. So you risk too much money, you don't follow your plan, if you even have a plan, and then you chase after the market. Now, this creates a bad cycle. Being desperate leads to quick and bad decisions, which leads to more losses, and more losses makes you even more desperate. So you're not trading the market here, you're trading your emotions. And your emotions are, funny enough, not good for trading. See, the market doesn't care if you lost money or if you need money for rent or freedom. The market just offers you chances to trade. So when you trade because you need to win, every trade becomes a big risk. And how you feel controls how much money you make or lose. And this is why many traders lose all their money again and again and again. They try to avoid the pain of losing instead of making smart decisions. Now, this shows you that how you feel is much more important for your trading success than any chart or indicator out there. Now, realizing this can save you a lot of money. And we can fix this very, very easily, and I'll tell you in a second. Now, let's move on to mistake number 2, which is not tracking anything or tracking the wrong things. Let me ask you a question. How can you improve if you don't know what's working and what's not working? But it's actually astonishing how many aspiring traders treat trading like a lottery ticket. They hit buy or sell and hope for the best. They buy a funded account challenge to prove to a prop firm that they're good traders without actually having proven it to themselves first. They don't record their entries or their exits, the specific reasons for a trade, or crucially, the emotional state during the trade. You see, without this meticulous data, every trade is a new and isolated event. There's no learning here, no refinement, no actual building of a statistical edge. Because how will you know that you have an edge if you don't have the data to show you that you have a statistical edge of actually making money in the long run? So what you are is essentially blindfolded. You're throwing darts at a board and you're wondering why you're not hitting the bullseye consistently. See, profitable trading is a game of probabilities. You cannot understand or leverage those probabilities without any data. Imagine a business trying to grow without tracking their sales, expenses, or customer feedback. It's pretty unthinkable, right? And yes, that's exactly how most traders they operate. They rely on gut feelings and anecdotal evidence, which is the antithesis of a professional approach. Now, this means that your trading journal is super important. It's not just a place to write things down. It's how you learn about yourself when you put that mirror up and make your trading better. It's where you find what works for you. And this video will show you how to build it properly. Because believe it or not, a lot of people they track, but they track the wrong things, which is just a waste of time and energy. So mistake number 3, and this is the most crucial one, and I preach this all the time. People treat trading like a hobby and wonder why they're not making any money. Now this perhaps is the most insidious mistake because it often just masquerades as passion. So if you approach trading casually, fitting it in when you have spare time, without a dedicated routine, a clear business plan, or a serious commitment, you are just setting yourself up for failure. Now, a hobby is something that you do for enjoyment without the pressure of performance. Trading, if you want to make money, is a business, and businesses require discipline, planning, consistent effort, and most importantly of all, a professional mindset. You want to be a millionaire, right? Would you run a multi-million-dollar company based on a whim, a feeling? Of course not. So why would you treat your trading capital, which could potentially grow into millions, with such a lack of seriousness? Now, this casual approach leads to inconsistent results, blown accounts, and ultimately staying broke. It's the difference between someone who occasionally jogs for fun and an Olympic athlete who adheres to a rigorous training schedule. Now, keep in mind, becoming a professional trader doesn't take as much effort as becoming an Olympic athlete. Don't worry. But you have to look at it the same way. See, one is pastime, the other is profession. This means that until you treat trading like a real business, it will keep taking your money without you even realizing it. So I know these mistakes, they sound harsh, but I'm just telling you because I lived them. Now, there was a moment, and I remember this so clearly. I had just taken my 4th prop firm challenge in a row. I just figured out that these prop firms exist, and well, I failed this challenge in just 2 days. My minimum trading days were 4, and well, I wasn't even surprised because beforehand I've lost around $40,000. I was used to losing at this point. I opened my laptop, I saw the red, and I just closed it again. I just sat there in silence, thinking, is this who I am now? Is this all that I'm ever going to be? And that was my rock bottom. Now that was the moment that I knew I had to change how I traded. Just didn't know how yet. I needed to figure this out because otherwise I would keep losing money forever. So for me, that low point was also the start of something new. It made me face the hard truths that I just talked about. And it helped me get rid of my ego and build a way to trade that actually works. And you're just about to learn how. So yeah, how? How did I pull myself out of that hole? How did I go from losing a lot of money to now making over $850,000 just over the past 4 years? Now, it wasn't a secret indicator or a new strategy. It was a fundamental shift in how I approach trading, and it's encapsulated in 3 actionable keys that you can use starting today. Now, these aren't just concepts. They are pillars of a profitable trading business, and by the end of this section, you'll know exactly how to apply them. So key 1, I started treating trading like a business. Now, this isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a complete paradigm shift. You see, businesses, they don't operate on hope or emotion. They operate on data, systems, and processes. So yeah, I stopped being a casual dabbler and started acting like the CEO of my own trading firm. Now, this meant defining my exact entries and exit models, no more vague ideas. So I wrote down in excruciating detail the precise conditions that had to be met for me in order to enter a trade. And just as importantly, the exact conditions for me to exit, whether in profit or in loss. Now, this removed all guesswork and emotional bias from my decision making. It became like a checklist, a set of rules that I could follow consistently without hesitation. Now, this is your first actionable step. And then next, implementing non-negotiable risk management rules. Before, I'd risk whatever felt right in the moment. Now, I had strict rules, a maximum percentage of my capital per trade, a defined stop loss for every setup, and a clear understanding of my risk to reward ratio, which always should remain the same, especially when you're just starting out. Now, this wasn't about being rigid. It was about protecting my capital and ensuring that even a string of losses wouldn't wipe me out. Think of it like an insurance policy for your business. Now, this is non-negotiable for your long-term survival. Then establishing a time-based routine and checklist. Because trading isn't a 24/7 free-for-all. No, I developed a specific routine for analyzing the market, identifying setups, executing trades, and reviewing my performance. And I show you my exact strategy in another video on my channel, but you should only watch it after this one because that way you'll understand it and implement it much better. So yeah, what did this specific routine do? Well, it brought structure and discipline to my trading day. Before every trade, I had a checklist, a series of questions that I had to answer affirmatively. If even one answer was no, I didn't take the trade. Now, this process-driven approach, not profit-driven, process-driven, allowed me to execute consistently, even when I didn't feel like it, or when the market was tempting me with shiny objects. Now, real freedom in trading doesn't come from trading whenever you want. No, it comes from choosing a consistent and clear plan and then executing on that, not from making quick and unplanned decisions. This is how that you take control. Key number 2, I build confidence through data, not through dopamine. See, before, my confidence in trading was a fragile thing. A win made me feel like a genius, and a loss sent me spiraling into self-doubt. This emotional roller coaster was both exhausting and, more importantly, very unprofitable. See, the breakthrough came when I started meticulously tracking every single trade, my emotional state, the specific setup, and the outcome. Now, this wasn't just journaling random stuff. It was building a personal database of my performance. And what did this data reveal? My true win rate and risk to reward. I stopped guessing and I started knowing what worked and what didn't work. I could quantify how often that my strategy was correct and how much I made when I was right versus how much I lost when I was wrong. I could then calculate the exact profits from each trade, win or loss. Yes, profit from a loss. This means that even if I lost, I knew if I kept trading, this loss would be worth an X amount of money because I knew that my strategy was profitable over time. Look at it like this. If you win 2 times what you risk 65% of the time, then after 100 trades with a risk of $1,000, 1%, I would be up 95,000. You can do the math yourself. I'm not gonna put it on stream. But if I then took these 95,000, right, and divided them by all the trades, each trade would now be worth $950, win or loss. Now, this means that the trades that I lose essentially makes me $950, and the trades that I win makes me $950. That way, you know that in the end, you have taken more than 100 trades. You know that each trade is $950, win or loss. That is a pretty sick way of looking at it, right? Because then all fear of losing just disappears because you're trading on data and not hope. Now, this objective understanding allowed me to see that even with losing streaks, my strategy was profitable over a larger sample size. Now, this is the data that will give you true confidence. Now, what this data showed is also my most profitable sessions and market conditions. This data showed me when my strategy was performing best, was doing specific hours in certain market conditions. Now, this allowed me to focus on high probability setups and avoiding wasting both time and capital in less favorable environments. Now, this is how you optimize your efforts. This data became my anchor. It didn't matter if I lost 5 or 10 trades in a row, because my data told me that over 100 trades, my strategy was profitable. And 100 is what you need to get somewhat correct data. You can't do it with 5 or 10 or 15 or 20. You need 100. Now, this allowed me to detach completely from the outcome of any single trade and focus on executing my proven process. This means that real confidence in trading isn't about feeling good after a win. It's about having clear proof to yourself that your trading plan works over time, no matter what happens in the short term. F that shit. Now, this is how you stay calm and steady in trading and how you gain consistent profits over time and keep making money. Key number 3, I stopped quitting early. Now, this is where most aspiring traders self-sabotage. They jump from one guru to the next, always searching for that holy grail. But the truth is, the holy grail isn't a strategy in itself. It's personal consistency and personal refinement. I committed to one strategy for 6 months, no matter what. This meant enduring losing streaks, resisting the urge to chase new and shiny objects, and relentlessly refining my approach. It was boring, yes, but it was incredibly powerful. You see, by sticking with it, I uncovered nuances in my strategy, I adapted to market changes, and built a deep and simple understanding of the thing that I traded. And this only comes from sustained effort. This means that success in trading isn't about finding the perfect system. It's about making your own perfect system that fits you, your personality, your day-to-day, and your goals. It's about working hard, doing things over and over, and believing in your plan, in yourself, even when it's tough. You see, many traders, they give up just before they succeed. They just simply don't have the patience or the belief to keep going. Now, this video is hopefully here to help you stick with it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I get it. Data, discipline, consistency. I've heard all that before. But how do I actually do that when my emotions are screaming at me? Now, this brings me to the most profound shift that I have experienced. One that transcends technical analysis or risk management, the mindset shift. Now, the biggest change wasn't technical, it was mental. I stopped asking myself, how can I win fast? And I started asking, how can I build something that lasts? It's a little cheeky, it rhymes. Now this question will hopefully change everything for you if you truly accept your faults and you focus on building something that lasts. Process-based goals. You see, this is more than just changing words. It's a whole new way of thinking. You have to unlock your mind, rewire your brain, and believe that everything in this world is accessible to you, and it's just about reaching out and actually grabbing it. See, if you only care about winning fast, you're trading from a place of fear and needing money. You need that win to feel good, to get back the money that you lost, or to show or prove something to someone. Now this neediness will ruin your trading. When you need to win, you'll make trades that aren't good. You'll forget your rules and you'll chase every market move just hoping for a quick money. And if you're scared to lose, you'll miss good trades because fear stops you. And if your pride controls your trades, every loss will feel like a personal attack, making you trade even worse and lose way more. So your trading account will go to zero, not because of the market, but because how you feel inside. And this is the trap that you must get out of. But when you start thinking about building something that will last, everything changes. You realize that making money in trading is a long race, not a quick dash. You'll learn that small gains add up over time, not just with your money. If you take all the transactions that you have made on, let's say, coffee for the past 6 months, you'll be stunned. And these small gains that add up over time, it's not just with money, but also with what you learn and how good that you get. Everything compounds. When you start treating trading like a business, you stop being scared of small losses because you know that it's just part of your business plan. It's like a small fee for the opportunity to take that trade. An opportunity cost. You pay for the opportunity, and the opportunity goes the other way. That's fine, because you aim for the long run. You aim for your edge to play out. So this way of thinking helps you stay calm when your money goes down a bit. Remember, a casino always wins over time because it has a small advantage. You want to be the casino owner in your trading, not the gambler. Now this is a big step towards making money for a long time. Remember, when you crack trading, you don't need a job. You don't need any boss anymore. You can do whatever you want. Your money just compounds. Unless you f it up, of course, but you'll know better when you're profitable to not do that. Alright, so now you heard the mistakes, you've seen the keys, and you've understood the mindset. Now let's get down to brass tacks. Now this is your actionable blueprint. The step-by-step process that will take you from frustrated aspiring trader to consistently profitable business owner. Write this down, internalize it, study it, and most importantly, execute on it. All right, step 1, pick your strategy. You gotta master it. It's super important to stop jumping from one trade idea to another. The market is already complicated, so don't make it harder by trying too many things at once. I know why you're looking at 5 different pairs, 2 crypto coins, and NASDAQ. You wonder what's best, what strategy is best. But here's the truth, none of it is best. All of it works. What is best is the way you figure it out. It's the way you keep it simple. So yeah, pick just one way to trade that feels right for you and your day-to-day life and your goals. It doesn't matter as much which strategy you pick. It matters if this strategy fits into you and your day-to-day and how you stick to it. So once you choose this strategy, this observation, the thing that you have crafted, learn everything about it. Understand its good parts, its bad parts, and how it works in different market situations. Now this is how you become really good at something. You stick with one thing over and over. Pretty simple, right? Most people don't get there because it's boring. They don't get the dopamine of analyzing the data and sitting down with one thing and actually mastering it. That's why they keep jumping from strategy to strategy, keep losing, searching for the holy grail, ends up quitting because they never master any of it. Step 2, you have to define this strategy with surgical precision. No vagueness here. Many new traders have a general idea of how they want to trade, but they don't have clear rules. So you need to write down very clearly the exact conditions that must be true for you in order to enter a trade. What should your chart look like? What specific patterns or signals are you looking for? Where exactly will you enter? Where will you put your stop loss? And where will you take your profits? What is your risk to reward on each trade? Quick note, keep it uniform, always the same. Otherwise, you're going to get varying results and you're not going to know what's good or bad because all your trades are different strategies. Different rules means different strategies. And then you need to do it all over again. Don't waste your time here. While you're doing this, you can't leave anything to guess or emotion. This written plan is like your trading rule book. Now, this is how you get clarity on your trading. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent and having a statistical profitable edge over time. Super simple. Step number 3, backtest 100 trades of this specific strategy and journal every single one, and you must absolutely do this. So if you don't know what backtesting means, it means looking at past trades, pretending that you traded them using your plan. So go through 100 past trades. For each run, write down date, time, what you traded, how much you made, how much you lost, why you entered and exited using your rules, funny enough, using your rules, and how you felt doing before, doing and after the trade. Were you sure? Were you worried? Did you make a quick decision? Writing this down is super important. It helps you see your own habits, both good and bad. It's like looking deep into your trading mind to find out what makes you tick. Because trading is literally putting up a mirror and seeing all of your negative trades. There's two types of traders here. There's a profitable one and the non-profitable one. Okay, that's a bit wrong. The non-profitable one can't accept their faults. Therefore, they can't improve. The profitable one sees every negative fault, every negative trade, and asks himself, how can I improve this? How can I get over this obstacle? How can I turn this negative trade into something positive? Now, this is how you start to truly understand what works for you and what doesn't. This step will give you huge insights into your trading. You can choose to either ignore it like 99% and then never ever master trading, or you can choose to master it. By the way, in the description of this video, you can find some free resources that can help you better your trading, including some trading journals that I have created that helps you track all of these things. In step 4, track your key performance indicators. No, this is not indicators on charts. This is your key performance indicators, KPIs, because after your backtest, you'll have a lot of information. Now look at it closely. Figure out your win rate, which is how often that your strategy is right. And then just by looking at your win rate and your risk to reward, you know how profitable this is over time. You know that if you execute 100 trades with this one strategy, your business spits out X when you put X in. Now, next thing you should look at is also understanding your biggest drawdown. How many times that you lose in a row and how much you lost. Now, these are like your business numbers. A strategy with a high win rate but low risk to reward can still make a bunch of money. If you combine it with funded accounts and local accounts, can still make a bunch of money. And so can one with a low win rate and a high risk to reward. And most people don't have any tracking on this. They don't know their win rate with the strategy that they're using because they haven't tested it over a long enough period of time, which is 100 trades. Now, the goal here is to find out what works best for your trading style and how much risk that you're okay with. Knowing these numbers help you figure out whether your strategy is good or bad, and more importantly, how you can improve it. This is how you stop hoping and start knowing what you're doing. Follow along, it gets better. Step 5, forward test 100 trades. Yes, key number here, 100. Every new test, every change rule is a new test of 100 trades. And you forward test this with minimal risk. Now, use your strategy in real trading. With a demo account, or if you want the closest real conditions as possible, use very, very little money. This helps you get used to trading when things are happening live. Now, this is different from backtesting because you're dealing with real life information, real feelings, and the market can be somewhat unpredictable. Now, key here is to keep writing down everything that you do and how you feel doing these trades. Now, this is where that you really start to test yourself. The final and last step, adjust, refine, and then consider scaling or going to a prop firm. See, after you've done your back testing and your forward testing, you will start to see ways that you can make your strategy better. Maybe your stop loss is too close, or your take profit is too far. Maybe your strategy works better at certain times of day or in certain market conditions. Make those changes. Make your rules better. And only when your numbers clearly shows that you're making money over many trades, at least 200 trades from both back testing and forward testing, remember 100 trades on each test, only when you finally see these profitable results, you can start thinking about using more money or a prop firm. If you do it before that, it's just gambling. Remember, so many people try to prove to a prop firm that they're profitable without actually having proven to themselves that they're profitable. And that is how prop firms make money, because so many people like shiny objects and like the dream of becoming free, but they don't want to do the work necessary. Now, this organized and data-driven way is the only way to change your trading from a messy gamble into a steady money-making business. This is the way to long-term success. It's not a quick fix, but it's the most direct way to financial freedom through trading. This is what me and all of the profitable traders out there have done. And now with this video, this YouTube channel, you will have a plan in order to join us. This is the plan that you've been waiting for. If you're too lazy, if this sounds like a lot of work, fine. You won't ever become profitable. That's not my problem. But if you want it bad enough, if you're willing to put in the hours, and by putting in the hours, it's not 8 hours every day. It is 30 to 60 minutes of focus every single day. And if you're ready for that, watch my videos on this channel and then go for it. You got everything you need here. Go get them. See you guys in the next one.